What's up, guys? TrueCrimeKing back. I hope everybody's doing okay today on this Friday, May 5th, 2023. And as you can see, we are about to watch BRYAN KOHBERGER being pulled over. We got some body cam footage just came out. We get to hear KOHBERGER's voice, a lot of us for the first time, and see how he acts, right? A lot of us have been covering this case since November, and haven't even heard KOHBERGER's voice yet, right? So here we go.
Hello, officer. I am Officer Langus. Stops being audio and video
Hello, officer. What a clown.
recorded. I think you know why I stopped you. You were in the red light.
What actually happened was I was stuck in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah,
so
I was behind you the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so the officer was behind him the whole time. KOHBERGER is trying to make an excuse why he ran that red light. I'm thinking he probably was just trying to get away from the cop. You know what I mean? He probably thought the cop would stay, at the light, so he tried to run it. Or maybe he didn't see the cop and just ran the red light. Who knows? But I'm sure he saw the cop behind him.
So technically, you're not supposed to enter the intersection at all for that reason, because if the light turns red, then you're stuck in the intersection, and then you run the red light.
I wonder where they're at. They're at some kind of school. That'd be crazy if this was the Idaho campus, right?
So, that's the reason I stopped you. Do you have your license on you?
Yep.
I mean, that would just prove he's stalking him. I mean, why else? KOHBERGER has no reason to be at any campus, right? Other than Pullman, right?
Do you have the registration and insurance?
So obviously this isn't from when he was driving back, from Idaho to PA with his daddy, because his dad's not in the car. I'm guessing when is this? This is 10/14/2022. So this was before the murders. So yeah, the police weren't even on his trail yet, because nothing happened yet.
We just get this for you out.
You what?
I'm just gonna get this out for you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get this out for you.
So would you explain that to me a little bit further? So in Pennsylvania, when you're stuck like in the intersection, you have to make the left. So what would the appropriate thing for me to have done? Just
You're not supposed to block an intersection like that in Washington, so just by...
Okay, so he's in Washington. He's not at the Idaho campus, because he's in Washington. It's weird why he's referencing PA laws like they matter in Washington, right? I mean, come on.
By you.
If you're gonna live, in a state, guys, know the actual state that you're living in's laws, right?
Blocking the intersection, that's technically a ticketable violation, and then you're running a red light, so it's another ticketable offense. So you're not supposed to proceed into the intersection until you can go, because a lot of people do what you just...
Those eyes. It's just crazy to think that 4 people, those eyes were the last thing that they saw before they died. Those clown eyes of of KOHBERGER. Allegedly. Guess I have to say that. I don't have to. I totally believe KOHBERGER is 100% guilty. So.
Did, right? He's like, you're sitting in the intersection waiting, and then turns.
And yes, I already think that. Already. Before the trial. Yes, I think he's guilty.
And then you're blocking, so.
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion with speeding because someone had stopped. I wasn't sure what they were doing, and then they put on their light to turn. So I thought that maybe they were letting me go through.
Oh.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, like right before I made the turn, there was someone.
So obviously, the cop and KOHBERGER, they saw two totally different things apparently.
Like made a right. They didn't have their, their signal on, so I wasn't sure if they were just waiting.
Yeah, so I would just advise, just don't enter the intersection until you can go, so you don't get stuck. Let's see.
But in that situation, the best thing to do then would be back up. And not.
I don't know if there's a best thing to do in that situation, because you're either going to back up into somebody, or you're going to run a red light. So, or you're going to be sitting in it.
I think KOHBERGER is upset right now because, everybody always describes him as, shy, isolated, not really talkative. It seems like he's a little upset at getting this ticket. He's arguing with the cop, kinda. I mean, he's not getting argumentative, but he's asking a lot of questions, right?
Intersection. There's not really a great option there.
Yeah, I was just slightly into the crosswalk, so where I'm from Pennsylvania, we actually don't have like crosswalks.
Oh.
So even if
Here he goes with Pennsylvania again. Brian, you're not in Pennsylvania.
if you're kind of slightly, there's a little bit more leeway as well. Like there are a few.
I mean, that's the equivalent of being in Africa and talking about, oh, well, in the U.S. we don't have to do that. Like, duh.
It's like there's one white line and there's another one in front. Like there's like a certain margin from which you can actually kind of put your vehicle, place your vehicle.
Yeah. So I know laws vary state to state, but there is a law in Washington for blocking an intersection like that, proceeding through when you don't when you're just stalling. I forget the actual verbiage. I can find it for you, but it's like stalling, blocking an intersection.
Yeah, I'm just curious about the law.
The cop definitely should know, what her job is, and should definitely brush up on her traffic skills, right? I mean, that's her job, is to enforce these laws. She should know the laws that she needs to enforce, right?
I don't mean to.
Oh no, yeah, I can find it for you. Yeah.
Thing.
1 second. That looks good on a Hyundai. I don't see Pennsylvania registration like at all. Okay, let's see. Expires November 22nd, or 2022. Okay. And
Yeah, one of those is actually.
yeah, okay, that looks good. I'll hand that back to you. I'm just gonna go check your info. I'll try to find that RCW, the law for you, and I'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right.
Alright, and that's it. The rest of the video is just the cop going back to her car, writing everything up, and we don't see KOHBERGER. So I'll save you, the next 7 minutes. But, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. We get to see and hear KOHBERGER for the first time. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, smash that like button for me. And until next time, TrueCrimeKing, out.